So the first part, when they do the new document, is they're starting to set this up as a web profile. So up at the top you have, it may have these options here. So as it goes across, it gives you these sections to set up for a web page. So the new document will be that. And as you go into the pixels, they have it at 400 pixels, so it's just a small file. You can tab key your way right down to it. And that'll give you the setup there. RGB color mode is just going to be for the web, so that's what that'll be. If you click on there, you'll see both versions. Create that section there. And it's just having you draw some of these basic shapes in there. And you have
So should you be using RGB color mostly when you're doing stuff that would be going only on the web, and same like when you're printing things?
so here on the artboard you have a shape. They're just having you draw a rectangular shape right now. It's a fill and a white stroke. I'm just going to take the stroke off so I can see through them. And the smart guides that they have, when you go into view guides, you can see the all the guides that show up, and smart guides right beneath that section. So that allows you to illustrate. So when you place those on there right now, it'll help you with that. So this time it doesn't have it on. When you go down, place this on, and so now you can see the kind of a purple guide, and it helps you center things just as you're drawing. So just having you overlap a couple of these shapes with the rectangle tool. Then they take the elliptical shape, and again they're just making kind of the button that goes here, so you can draw from Shift key. You've done this before maybe. Space bar to hold it in proportion. Shift key to hold in proportion. Space bar lets you move the item around, and as it goes to different locations it'll highlight itself, so you can make that placed into that section. And the part for the lens, again, you can locate the center of this piece, and it comes down to the center of the items. You can see the smart guide setting it up, so you can use Option and Shift to help you center that. Okay, and you can also just duplicate that or change another one from that, but it's just as easy to Option and Shift key. If you hold it and it's still selected, it'll make a duplicate copy. So just hold the Command key, it turns the cursor to an arrow where you can click off of everything and just Option and set it right back in there, so you can create that particular shape. And as these pieces overlap, it makes it easier to use the shape builder. So if I select all of them, they will all be activated. So here's the shape builder. So I just want to connect these pieces here. So that's going to build that section up. So now you have that piece. If you then go into the coloring, if they're all going to be the same color, this one has a green, you can change the color. But again, just to show you the process, if you have the piece shows up there, you have the color tints and tones that you can choose from, color picker you can choose from, the color guide, and it'll give you any color, those aqua type colors that they have in there. So it's pretty easy there. And the stroke on these, this one, when you take a look at the outside edge, these are just white fills, so just make sure the fill's highlighted, and you can take off the stroke. So you have that particular piece, and I think I have two of them in there. And these two you can highlight and change to the white. So you have that section that you can build up on that piece. And then when it gets down to the part where they have a little bit of the curving of this, when you select the outside shape, take the direct selection tool, that's going to allow these pieces to curve. So you have that section to curve them in there with that particular widget as it goes through. So let's see if I can back that up a little bit. Okay. So here's the, just going over it again, the shape builder. Build that piece. Filling that color. Making that white. Selecting these two. And again, once they're, that stroke palette also has the options in the option panel at the top to help you with that. And this part, as you go into the direct selection tool, it'll let you curve these particular shapes for the camera. So you have to look at the contrast. This part a little bit too light, so I will darken that up just a bit to get that one. And then the last part is when you save this for the output on this part, it goes through the selection so that you can submit it as a pixel for that part. So give that a try. It's right on the file there.